Yeah, check 1 2, check 1 2. Is this mic on? Is this mic on? Hey, listen, man. It's the one and only trendsetter DJ Sense, and you're listening to CockTales. Dirty discussions with Kiki and Medina Monroe. Yeah.
Today's cocktail is called, watch this. Ooh, watch this. Ooh, the ingredients you need for a watch this is a half a cup of lime juice, 1 cup of silver tequila, a half a cup of orange juice liqueur, 1 bottle of champagne, and some salt, a lime wedge for the rim. So how you're going to make this is you're going to just pour all of those ingredients into a cocktail shaker and pour it into a champagne flute, I think, and then put the wedge on there and rim the glass with some salt and make it cute. And that is a, watch this. Ooh, watch this. I love doing that.
Do you really? How often do you do that in a day?
I do
3
it
times?
a lot. Like when I'm on FaceTime and somebody says some crazy shit to me, I'll be like, yeah, watch this.
I believe that.
Yeah, you should.
Welcome back to Cocktails Dirty Discussions, you guys.
Hey, y'all.
Still don't have my nails done. I'm very upset about it, but I'm very happy that this is another week where we have a guest.
Ooh.
And I just made a bet with him, so I feel I have high hopes. But before we introduce him, we do have a couple of announcements. We want to remind you guys that we have lots of live shows coming up.
We have a lot of live shows coming up, you guys.
We are going to be in Houston on December 10th at Warehouse Live, if it's not sold out.
We are ending the year in Houston, our favorite place to fuck niggas.
Period. And eat. And see our families.
Yeah. Turn up. So make sure you guys get those tickets. By now, it's probably sold out. But if it's not, go ahead and check it out. And if it's not sold out, then get your tickets, get your seats. The theme for the Houston show is the Players Ball. So come as your favorite pimp, your favorite hoe. And really go extreme with your costumes, because we are.
Yeah, if you're not sure what type of hoe, you can be a cheap hoe or you could be an expensive hoe. It's totally up to you. I think a great person to look at for inspo is Lil' Kim. Look at all of her iconic outfits from the 90s and the 2000s. That's a good one. Look up Freaknik pictures. That's a good example. And for pimps, just look up all the pimp movies. Look at Cat Williams when he's doing better.
Yeah.
Than
Or
worse.
when he's on drugs. Because he's
You're not going to win the contest.
We are going to have a contest. We don't
So
know
have
what you'll
the hair
win yet, but
laid.
there will be some sort of prize. So
Yeah.
y'all make sure you dress to impress. Have fun.
And then outside of that, we are going on tour. And we are taking our asses to the West Coast and beyond. So, first we're going to start off in the South. We're going to start off in Charleston, South Carolina. January 26th, we will be there.
We will be in Charleston at Music Farm, and then February 10th and February 11th, we will be back in Atlanta at the City Winery, and that will be a very special Valentine's Day special. Girls' nights, couples. No one ever has plans on Valentine's Day, so come join us.
It'll be a good time. And then after that, we are heading to LA. February 23rd in LA, we will be at the Regent Theater. And we don't want that bitch to be empty, so buy your tickets now.
Hurry
and meet us there.
We've never been to the West Coast. We've also never been to Nashville. So on March 2nd, we'll be in Nashville at the City Winery.
That's going to be a good time. And then we are going to Pontiac, Michigan, which is outside of Detroit. We're going to be at the Crowfoot Ballroom.
And then, y'all, January, February, March, April 8th, we're going to Seattle, Washington. That's interesting.
I'm excited.
I'm excited, too, because I feel like that's
I've never been to Seattle, at all. Not outside, not just the show, but never been.
I've been to Seattle before, but I'm interested to see what type of crowd will pull in Seattle. So
my brother is coming. I'm excited. I texted him the other day.
I'm excited.
I'm nervous about that, but
the first ever Starbucks is in Seattle.
And
so
we're going.
We going, bitch, and we going to film some content. So April 8th, we'll be in Seattle at the Crocodile.
And then April 15th, we will all be protecting Medina from trying to search for Drake in Toronto at the Royal Theater. We're just going to keep our good sis. No, we're going to keep her close to us so she doesn't do anything crazy.
And I'm going to be like, watch this. And it's going to be me spreading my booty hole open.
Bitch, you gonna get arrested.
He likes girls like me. So it's going to be fine. Then May 20th, we going to Dallas, our hometown, kind of. And we're going to be at the studio at the factory on May 20th in Dallas, Texas, and that's gonna be litty. So y'all make sure you get your tickets now wherever you plan on going. If you plan on having a girls trip for 2023, make one of these shows a part of your girls trip. It's gonna be a really good time. Our show is basically, it's a performance. We don't play.
It really is. We had dance practice last night, and I had to redo my hair today, and I'm mad about it. But I'm glad that I know that we're putting in work.
Work. Support us. Also,
who else is dancing at their shows?
Nobody. Also, you guys, make sure you join Patreon if you want to get more content. If every Thursday just isn't enough and you want to get to know us a little bit more, go to patreon.com/CockTales. You get bonus content. You also get access first to the live show tickets. Get our merch at I'mCuriousToKnow.com, and also you can order the game. If you want to sponsor one of our live shows, it's a really great deal for you. So send us a DM or send us an email.
Yeah, okay. So now, you guys, we have a guest.
And
He got somewhere to be because you kept checking your watch.
It's just icy. The diamonds is dancing.
They
I'm
are.
blinded by
I'm
the
blind.
lights and the diamonds.
No, I'm just checking my watch. That's all.
I would check it too if it was looking like that. So this is a bet we made.
Okay.
That you agreed to because you were still breathing. So I said, if you don't answer these questions from I'm curious to know, I need a piece of jewelry.
Okay.
From what he's wearing.
Okay.
Ooh.
I'm sorry you didn't make that bet.
Ooh.
So he's gonna answer all the questions we already know. 'Cause
Yep,
he ain't
I'm
giving
answering
none of
that
this
thing,
shit.
'cause I
It's
ain't
like I
giving
worked
out
too
no
hard for this. I get it.
jewelry.
All right. So I'm curious to know if you're new here. It's a game that Medina and I created. It's a conversation card game. It's a great way to get to know somebody. It's also fun just on game nights and hanging out with people. And we're gonna do something a little different today. We're gonna let him.
His name is Vito.
Yeah.
Yep.
He is a R&B singer.
Yes, ma'am.
He got nice teeth, and the waves is waving.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
The diamonds is dancing.
Come on, baby. You
and
on
the
the vibe?
baccarat is baccarat.
Nah, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Thank you
sure.
for
Of
coming.
course. Okay, so the first question is, who is someone that you had the best sexual chemistry with? Tell me about it. You don't have to say a name, but just tell me about it.
Ah, man, it's just best sexual chemistry. It's one of those feelings where you kind of get lost in it. It's like almost, it's almost kind of like pull-out game instantly becomes weak.
That's how people get pregnant and have
Yeah,
babies.
it's one of those things where, right at the end, you literally look into each other's eyes. And, it's one of those. I definitely
take
have
that,
that. I have that. I have that.
I recently was having sex, and I can't even believe I did this. I was like,
What you do?
girl, and I don't even be doing this, but since we got that little Julie emergency contraceptive sponsor, I was like, well, I do got it, so.
So you were thinking about the
I
emergency
was
before
thinking
the
about it. I
emergency.
was like, I'm good. I was riding the dick, and I was like, come inside me. No, don't pull out. Just come. And that nigga did, and I was like, God damn. But it was life-changing, mind-blowing sex.
Not
And
life-changing.
every now and again, it makes you irresponsible. But
It
I
does.
pop my
I've
little
been there
Julie, and I'm
before.
good.
Hey,
y'all.
I'm saying, chew it on up.
Well,
know
you
what I'm
can't
saying?
chew it. You just
You gotta just swallow
You
it.
need to swallow it.
Oh, it's like, okay.
Yeah,
It's a plan B.
Okay, so say that because I don't know what the hell you just.
Julie's a new.
Okay, that's the
emergency
new
contraceptive.
new one. Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay.
those ones we got to stock. And you can get Julie. It's available at Walmart.com or in Walmart stores. If they're sold out, they will deliver
They
it to
make
you
that
in
shit in
discreet
Thailand.
packaging.
I love
It don't matter where they make it at. Is it
That
gonna
shit
work?
working.
Is it gonna cancel this shit or not?
Trying to sit them over here right now.
All right, Vito, you ask us a question. We actually never let the guests ask us a question.
Shaking the
No,
table
this is
today.
Okay. What do you consider wife/husband only benefits?
Checking me.
Ooh, checking you?
Checking
Like
me.
being able to
Checking
tell you
you.
what to do.
Yeah, and like being like,
And you
why
listening?
did you do that? Or whatever. Like, don't be checking me, nigga. All we did is just that thing you would like
So
to
you
do.
want a nigga to say, "Hey, look, let me tell you, this is what we not doing."
Yeah, I like
Okay,
that. And when
alright.
you say that, I'd be like,
Okay. All right. Okay.
I could be with you.
What about you?
I feel like it's so hard.
And sharing a bank account.
Oh, let's talk about that.
Nah.
Finances is what I would consider husband or wife
You think so?
benefits. Yeah, because there's just
Is that one of the benefits or just the whole thing?
It's and children. I would say children because
Okay.
I have not had babies because like, you're not gonna be my husband. But if you were gonna be my husband, I would have your baby. So like it's finances, babies, and I guess owning things together.
Okay.
That would be my thing.
Going
I would,
into business together, getting money together.
yeah,
We're
I
absolutely
don't-
not doing a business
I can
together.
do that.
If
I
we're
think
not-
I could do it if we were married.
Yeah, if we're married. I'm saying if we're not.
Yeah, I'm not doing
Yeah.
that because I know you're gonna get shady when the shit pop up, but like blows up, and then it's like now we have an issue. Now you want to go
Well,
and act crazy.
I don't know, man. That's not
I don't
always the
know,
case,
but what I
though.
do know
It's
is
not always is,
I don't
but
want
it
it to
won't
be
be.
easy for you to just walk away. This
Right.
needs to be something that you think about and
Gotcha.
stuff like that. I wish that I was one of those girls where I could say like, oh, like I'm gonna save anal for my husband, but been there, done that multiple times.
Love it.
Okay, Vito.
Okay.
I'm curious to know, what is your dream vacation?
My dream vacation.
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 We've
Oh,
never
man.
asked a man this. Women be ready. They're like the
Dream.
Maldives.
Okay, I want to go to Seychelles.
I've been to a lot of places actually, but I think what my dream vacation would entail is enormous amount of sex.
An
All day,
enormous amount of
every day.
sex.
We waking up fucking.
yeah, absolutely. Literally no limit to what you'll allow me to do to you, and make it fun. Like, hey, look who I found.
Now wait.
Now we talking.
What do you mean about limits? Yeah, okay.
Hey, listen, look.
That baby
found-
said we not brushing
So-
teeth. We fucking all day. And
Nah,
we bringing
listen, you gonna
bitches.
wake up and get the stink breath. You gonna wake up and get all that. Then we gonna get right, go eat brunch, whoop, go get drunk, come back, do it again. We gonna take a nap, get up, go party again.
Yeah, because you definitely gonna need
Come-
a
you
nap.
You
know
gonna need a little Adderall too.
Yeah, you mean so? I think it's just having fun, man. It's creating memories that we could talk about together, and amongst friends, not
This
just
your type of
necessarily
man.
sexual.
We was just talking about this,
This my
creating
type of man.
memories.
Yeah, you gotta create those.
Vito,
memories.
if I didn't have a man already, dang, I didn't even tell y'all that I had a man.
Ooh, yeah, you said it, not me.
Yeah, it gotta be one of them times where, baby, remember when I hung upside down and.
We was just talking about that.
Yeah,
I hung upside
it's
down. I
like-
almost drowned because he
Oh,
had
you
spit in my
were.
mouth and the spit went in my nose, and I
Yeah.
almost drowned.
And then what we gonna do?
Die.
Well, we got a few episodes in the can,
As
so
long as you die on top, that's good.
Yeah, no, I was on the
Down top.
bottom of his booty hole. Like, if I was still cheating on niggas, I would cheat with Vito. That's crazy because experiences are amazing.
The experiences are something that you can never forget, no matter who you date, in the future. You never forget that ever. You
I mean,
never
that
having a
does me like
flashback right
I'm
now.
having a flashback right now.
Don't
like,
ever bring that shit up though.
Oh, yeah,
don't
you
bring
gotta
it up
keep
to
it-
your. Don't bring it up with your partner, now, 'cause that shit
I
making
keep it
motherfucker like, hey,
close.
look,
unless you're playing I'm Curious to Know and it says, what's a great sex memory that you have?
nah,
Oh,
keep that
yeah.
shit to yourself.
Or-
If that motherfucking sex memory ain't with your boy, I don't want to hear about it.
I'm not gonna lie. If somebody gave me a great sex memory that they have and it wasn't with me, I'd be like, baby, let's recreate it.
That's
wouldn't do
that's
that.
some
I'm
play ass shit.
Well,
You heard?
I'm gonna try to
outdo
That's
it.
some play
I'll
shit.
try to outdo it because
That's some
we gonna
player
outdo
shit.
it.
Period.
That bitch did
I
not
like the
lick
way
your
you
booty
think.
hole, and I
She
will.
did not do shit.
I like the
She
way
ain't do
think.
nothing.
She just did what? She looked into your eyes.
You thought you knew, but you
Watch
don't
this.
know.
You thought that was your top memory, but watch this.
Watch this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Have you ever tried using food during sex? Any type of food.
yeah.
Not like a pork chop. but
Nah,
like-
nah. Of course, yeah. I've done the whipped cream, the chocolate, all that good
How
stuff.
did that work out? Because I found I don't like it.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I feel like you can't do too much of it. If you do whipped cream,
She's gonna have a yeast infection.
yeah. I mean, hold on. So you said during sex or like during foreplay?
Either one. It's
I
all
would say
going together.
nah. We ain't doing none of that during actual sex, but we could do foreplay. But I think the it has to be a balance on what you like. For example, you use whipped cream, you just put you know what I'm saying, a spray on each nipple, bam, bam, get it off of there, it's gone, it's clean. All right, but you can't be trying to draw your whole signature.
Put
We're
the
not
bottle
painting.
down,
Yeah,
baby.
put that down. You know what I'm saying?
Let's just use ice.
Ice is good, but I need
Ice
you to
is
use
good.
ice on me. Yeah.
What you want somebody to do with ice?
The
Like
nipples.
suck your dick or your nipples? Or your balls?
Or all of the
Or your
above.
booty
No,
hole?
the dick, the balls, the gooch, all that.
I mean, because could you imagine taking a piece of ice and like putting it in his booty hole?
Nah, I can't imagine.
No, I
that
haven't
shit,
done that.
'cause
It
that's not
probably
happening.
feels really
That's
good.
not fucking happening. I can't imagine that shit.
I think I would put on the gooch with the booty hole because this is the thing. What if I thought he wiped good and he didn't?
and
and
it's
melt
melting
that shit?
dookie
Yes.
juice.
And we gonna have E. coli in this bitch.
Wait a minute. So
What?
niggas not washing their ass before?
They are, but what if we both thought it was clean, right? It was all looking good. But once you get that water back
It's like,
on there and
ooh, it's like a
cleaning
little
it out again.
detox.
Maybe you pooed it, but you didn't realize.
Nah. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, you don't know
Yo,
if that
if I'm
happens
eating-
sometimes. It
I
happens.
tell you one more thing. If I'm eating your ass and I come across a Nestle Crunch bar, you got to get up.
Well,
It's time to go.
here's what I always like to say about anal as someone who loves it.
Oh God!
In
here
the
we go.
neighborhood of
You better
anal,
flush that shit. You better get a douche.
if it was
She
a
don't
s-
be doing
if-
that. and
I
she loves to talk
don't because
about
Well,
fucking
the reason why I don't is because, nigga, I don't go into it with, like, you about to
know you like it.
I do
That's
like
your thing.
it. You don't always have
So you
time
mean
to
to tell me
prepare
you
for it.
You got
You don't always have time to prepare for it.
You need more gay friends. So
Yeah,
they can tell.
I feel you. I feel you on
You don't always
not
have time to
having
prepare
time
for it.
to
The other
prepare
night,
for it.
my nigga was giving me a massage, and I was on my period, and he was like, I want to rub your back. He didn't even start at my back. He just went straight to my ass and was squeezing lotion on it. Before I know it, there's mouth on my butthole, and I was like, I hope we're okay. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like, I don't know. Like, we just were at Little Ray's. What is gonna happen here?
Well, hey, listen,
And that's Mexican.
He knew he went
in. Them pinto beans be hitting.
And I had the primo queso. Bitch, what the fuck is about to happen? And it's your fault if a little dookie get on that dick.
He didn't care then.
Yeah, I mean,
he was there with you.
You ain't leave my man with a dookie dick.
It wasn't no dookie dick, but I was scared.
Oh,
because
man.
I didn't
Somebody
know.
with
That's
dookie
the
dick.
territory.
Don't
That's the
play.
neighborhood. You in dookie neighborhood.
Okay.
So
I
don't
get
talk
that.
to me if a little dookie
It is
come
a
out.
shooter.
It's
It's the Duke shoot.
bang, bang, nigga. We shooting over here. It ain't
Fuck
safe.
that. I'll be like, hey, look at
It ain't safe.
Get
It ain't
get
safe.
some type of something. You wash the rim of that thing. You know what I'm saying? Get up in that, then we can do that.
Well, listen. It
It
wasn't
don't
fresh
always
out of
work
the
out that
house-
way.
fresh
But
out
I
of the
mean,
shower
yeah, you
before
weren't
the weekend.
prepared for it, so hey, you knew what he was getting into.
But my booty hole be ready. So on that note, we're gonna move on to weird sex. All right, Kiki. Whew,
What's
my
that?
hash got stuck. And listeners, you know how I'm always nervous about sending nudes or getting too risque in a text because I feel like I'm gonna end up on the news.
Yeah.
Well, girl, there is a new app,
Okay.
and it
Tell
makes
me about
safe.
it.
It's called Amorous.
Oh my God, I've heard of Amorous. I downloaded it and I'm waiting to play with somebody's son.
Oh, well, girl, I found somebody's son to play with, and I was
Uh-huh.
actually playing today. At first, I was nervous to download the app because, sometimes you're like, oh, okay, is this really going to be worth it? Is it going to take up too much space? I don't even care now because it has been so much fun. Him and I haven't even been texting. We've been playing games on the Amorous app.
So what kind of games do they have?
So they have games that, girl, it's just real spicy. So they have a jigsaw segment or option on here where you can send somebody a nude. And let's say maybe you're nervous to send a nude, or maybe it's just a very sexy picture. You send them the picture and it's blurry. It's like a puzzle. It's all scrabbled
Jumbled
around.
up.
Yeah. And so they have to put the pieces together to see the picture that you sent.
That's pretty cool. But like, okay, as far as the safety, you're playing on the app. How do you know that they won't like screenshot it or try and show somebody or what?
So when they screenshot it, you get an immediate alert, and it literally said, let me scroll to it because
So the app is a snitch. I like that.
it said a screenshot was taken. It's time for a chat about consent. And I loved that. I said, oh, so we screenshot. And he was like, how did you know? The app, Amorous, told me. But it's really fun. It also gives you different prompts that you can, it'll ask questions, like a spark question. One of the things that it sent my partner that I sent him, you don't get to, it doesn't give you options. You click it and it just sends it. It said, what could make you beg for release?
Ooh.
I was like,
I'm about to pass out.
girl, I thought I was just downloading it to just like get some content for the show. I actually really love the Amorous app.
Yeah, it looks really cool. It doesn't actually take up a ton of space. Everything in there is safe. It's encrypted. You're not going to be a victim of somebody like trying to screenshot your pictures or share your pictures with anybody. It doesn't happen there. And that's something that I love about it. Amorous, which is AMORUS, is a free app in the App Store. And with subscriptions launching soon, install the app and invite your flames to connect and play. Check it out at www.amorous.net/cocktails. CockTales, or in the App Store. Link is in the description. Again, the website is amorous.net/cocktails.
CockTales. You guys download it. You will not be upset. It's fun.
On my path to making better financial decisions, because I suck at it, I have really been trying to pay more attention to the subscriptions that I'm paying for every month. And when I tell you that I looked at my account after downloading Rocket Money and I realized that I had been paying for stuff. First of all, some apps, I didn't know what they were. I was paying for things like basically twice, when you have a TV subscription or like one of the streaming services to get the channels. Like I already have one channel in one package, but I'm paying for it separate. And I didn't realize it. It helps me save so much money because it'll scan my account and tell me, hey, this is coming up. If I'm not using it, I can cancel it. They'll do it for me. They'll even negotiate the prices on something. So yeah, it's amazing. I love it. My life has totally changed, and That's why I love using Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill.
Oh, that sounds like something I need. You guys, the app shows all of your subscriptions in one place and then cancels for you whatever you don't still want. Rocket Money can even find subscriptions you didn't know you were paying for. Oh, I need that. You may even find out you've been double charged for a subscription. To cancel a subscription, all you have to do is press cancel, and Rocket Money takes care of the rest.
Get rid of useless subscriptions with Rocket Money now. Go to rocketmoney.com/cocktails. Seriously, it could save you hundreds per year. That's rocketmoney.com/cocktails. CockTales. Cancel your unnecessary subscriptions right now at rocketmoney.com/cocktails.
You said a man is not a necessity, a man is a luxury.
Like dessert. Yeah. Man is absolutely not a necessity.
Did you mean that to sound mean and bitter?
Oh, not at all. I adore dessert. I love men. I think men are the coolest. But you don't really need them to live.
With Kiki.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, so this one is a short story. I was actually supposed to read it last week. Forgot because we were just getting into things. So this is an old story, but I've realized we have so many new listeners, and some of these stories are really wild. Do y'all remember when I told y'all about the nigga who got arrested because he was fucking flip-flops at the store?
It was a minute ago.
Yeah, it was a minute ago. So somebody was working at a shoe store. Not only was he fucking flip-flops, but he was leaving his semen inside of sneakers. I'm not a sneaker girl. Y'all know this.
That's not even sex, though.
Could you imagine? But he was fucking the sneakers. Could you imagine the sneakerheads? Y'all be out there waiting in lines, calling out girls like me. Download the sneaker app. Download Confirm. Download the Adidas app. I gotta get these shoes. Enter the raffle. What raffle, nigga? What are you talking about? And where is your card information?
Twins inside your shoe.
And I gotta pick up the shoes.
You got twins in your shoe.
I picked up this size 12. We won. And I'm like, you wear 14, so are you really getting over for me? You about to sell these shoes? Now I'm mad. And it's come in here. And he was doing that, and he was just fucking all the shoes. And I'm just like,
Twinkle toe.
do you have... So at first I was like, why would you do this? You don't get no pussy. But then I was like, do you have an abnormally large dick? Because think about the large size that the hole for your ankle is. So why would you just be rubbing your shoe in a sneaker? I mean, your dick in a sneaker. That sounds so uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's
then I'm like, do you have a micro
though.
penis and you're just trying shit?
Yeah, you got
Or
that's crazy, G.
Do you not have a penis at all? And
He
you just be
is
that's
a
wild.
sneakerhead.
Nah, he is-
and
he's
just
sneakerhead,
getting
alright.
off on
I'm
the
fucking
sneaker.
the sneaker.
Yeah, like he's just like, I fucking love these J's. This is Michael Jordan's
that's,
mouth.
That's actually very fucking weird.
And I can't buy
That might take the cake for the way.
That
you
might.
see
He's like
that,
this
yeah.
Balenciaga that little baby wore. This is a big ass shoe.
Well, that was at Foot
Those
Locker. They ain't gonna
Balenciaga
have that.
sneakers are
Oh,
very
nah.
large. They look like
They're
little rocks.
so chunky.
They're big, and the smallest niggas be wearing them. And I'm like, wow, baby.
Well, it gives you a little heel boost.
It's so
gives you a
big.
That's
heel
why I
boost.
wanted some. Yeah, but that was like,
Why you got this?
What's your
on?
weird
I'll
story?
put some heels.
My
What's your,
I got some weird shit going
Oh,
on. It's a
I
lot.
don't
It's
know.
Always
Nice.
something, but
It's always something crazy. If you just need me to answer, I love porn that involves older women. Like my porn category that I normally
MILF.
search for is old
like
ladies.
like old ladies?
I type in old lady lesbians that take their teeth out and eat pussy.
What?
And
that's crazy.
What I like
you
because
didn't
it's
think
just
that's what
I
you was
like
walking into,
No,
huh?
when-
I didn't.
I like to watch people eat pussy in a messy way, and the only way to do it is if you don't have teeth. So you just like they just be with their gums like just eating.
So you like to watch the bitches with no teeth, but the
I
nigga
do.
with a missing side tooth.
I
Yeah,
just
it's
not
over with.
handle it.
That's over with.
nah,
God
nah,
damn.
you know, because at the end of the day, it's like she not eating my pussy. I like watching it. I'm not about to be fucking nobody's granny though. Like it's okay to bring me to your Thanksgiving dinner. I'm not fucking your grandma, but I like to watch her fuck.
That's crazy. With the no teeth action though.
No
That's-
teeth. I like
that's-
watching
that's-
old women,
that's
saggy
crazy.
titties, saggy booties. It's weird. I don't know where that
You
comes
know,
from.
it really makes me concerned. I don't know where it comes from, but that's okay. We all have our things.
Should I dive into that and try to figure it out?
Yeah. Let us know.
He said, yeah.
Yeah, let us know.
No,
how you-
I
I feel
mean,
like if I try to unpack it, I might end up with like an old lady girlfriend.
Oh no, you gonna have me DM
you gonna break her heart, and she gonna be dead.
Yeah, you
She's
gonna
gonna
see that?
literally
And
die
I'm
of
gonna get
heartbreak.
that 401k, baby.
We were just talking about retirement.
We were. Okay, Vito. Can you let our fans know a little bit about you? What was your claim to fame?
Oh, well, I had a few things that kind of pushed me out to the forefront. I think the first one would have to be my appearance on The Voice season 4. And Usher was my coach. It was 2013. We did that. Fast forward, started like getting a bunch of placements and things like that on a bunch of huge K-pop artists overseas. So that kind of boosted my presence over in Asia like crazy. And then fast forward a little bit, started writing for Chris Brown and.
Is it hard to write?
No, not at all.
Does the writing come from like your heartache? Because I feel like the best songs are heartbreak songs.
Well, I think for me, all my writing has always come from like firsthand accounts that I've even went to or something that you went through and told me about, right? Because everybody has their own story. You might go through some shit I ain't been through.
I know somebody wrote an R&B song about a story I told, and I want my money.
No,
You know that? You know what song it is?
You should get it.
No.
You should get it.
Oh, I thought you was like, I heard this song and I know I fucked you, nigga, and I did this shit to you and I want my check.
Hey, listen, you got some songs that some of the homies and told me about a chick they was fucking with, and did this to him. Guess I wrote a song about it.
So when it's you, do you ever like let the people know that you about to
Write a song about them?
Or I wrote this song, it's coming out. This about to be my single.
Or has anybody ever hit you up like, I know this shit is about me?
That's what you would do, huh?
Yes, bitch, immediately.
And
And I don't even want no money, but can I just come to the concert?
Nah, dead ass though. I haven't had anybody reach out and say, hey, I know this song is about me, but I've had people reach out and say, I feel like this song is about me.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
I feel like it versus I know
it's
it's
not.
different.
Nope, because it wasn't no feeling.
Ooh. And then when you write a song, do you wake up in the morning and you're just like, oh, it's here. Let me get it all out. Do you get it out in a day?
Absolutely, yeah. When I start recording, I don't stop until it's done.
I look at musicians, specifically people that write, and I'm like, I have a lot of friends that live in LA, and like, they're not well-known writers, but they write amazing music. And I've been in studio sessions, and I'm like watching the songs develop, and it's like watching a baby being born.
But those are people who have been through some of the most, craziest situations and traumatic situations in life that they just put on wax. And it's really almost all the time it's the same shit that a lot of people go through.
Oh my God, yes.
That just don't really have the vessel or how to say it. So when you listen to
Or
a song,
they
you ever
are
heard a song?
tone deaf.
You ever heard a song that you be like, yo, like I cannot stop listening to this song.
Oh my God.
I
That's
feel
because
it in my
that's
heart.
I
That's
feel
how I
it in
feel
my
about
soul.
Adele and Beyonce.
That's how I feel about Beyonce and Alanis Morissette. I feel like Alanis Morissette, when she got happy, the shit wasn't hitting. But when she was sad,
Yeah.
the songs like, and
That
I was
song
a kid
ironic.
listening. Oh my God.
That's
Alanis
a classic.
Morissette,
Is it
her
ironic?
pain, I hate that like her
So you
pain
relish-
creates
yeah,
hits.
creates hits, yeah.
But it does because that's normally what people gravitate to,
Yeah.
especially when
That's
it comes
when you
to
feel
music.
like you want to
It's the
share it.
emotion.
I
That's when
heard-
you need to
I gotta
listen
let
to
it out.
music.
Yeah.
When you are feeling good, you keep it to yourself, or you keep it with whoever you're sharing that
Or
happiness
just don't
with.
nobody really want to hear it. We're like, bitch, okay.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
And honestly,
Nobody
it's
care how happy
it's
you
funny you
are.
say that though because the reason, like a lot of people, like we cool with the turn up in the club shit, popping bottles. That shit is like
But when you
love it.
home by
every day.
yourself,
That shit
you
is like
typically
every day.
sad.
But when you really going through some shit and somebody like almost inside of your head, you like, yo, this is shit is resonating.
When you have to turn on Patti LaBelle and kick off your shoes just to like get that stress out,
come on
you know,
now.
and just
Hey,
you know
listen.
you're going through it, and it's like I think I'm gonna turn on gospel, and I don't even know who to turn on to. I'm just gonna go to Yolanda Adams,
I've been listening to gospel crazy lately
and I
too, by
need
the
to
way.
listen to God's property.
I just
Kirk
know
Franklin.
that I like all genres
GP.
of music, and most of the songs that I listen to, they are about a story of love or heartache. I love country music.
We belong together.
I
Wait,
love R&B.
Carrie
I love rock.
Underwood?
I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That Carrie Underwood before he cheats. That's heartache.
That
She's
is
like, nigga,
the
I'm about
song.
to fuck your
Oh,
shit
I
up.
agree.
So why do you think like you gravitate to those songs the most?
I think because
we be
it's-
getting hurt.
I think that's because that's what happens more often. It's not it's not typical that like every story is happy. Hopefully you reach that happy ending, but for the most part, I hate to say this and I don't want to sound like a negative Nancy, but that's not what's happening. Niggas is out here nigging.
And
I mean,
also-
look at and women are out here womening. And
Yeah,
yes.
but it's not the same. It's
well,
not how
women
niggas
is
nigga.
cooking
It's
and
actually-
being
it's
nice
actually worse,
and sucking
though.
your dicks.
No,
and,
it's not. It's
and
actually,
having your
holding on
babies.
you,
No,
yeah,
nah,
and
nah,
just
nah, nah,
taking
nah.
shit on the
You
chin.
gotta understand something. I don't know what circles y'all be running in, but they is
Well,
out
we're women
here.
running.
Understand
What
me.
they doing?
What they not doing?
You didn't answer the
Being
question.
happy.
You see how you couldn't answer that question?
Being
Because if you ask
happy.
me what
Hey,
niggas is doing, I have a list
got
of
a list.
answers.
That's
Bunch
one
of
thing they
shit.
is doing is being happy, being satisfied, being burkened up, being Rolls Royced up.
Who is doing that?
That's what
Oh,
what
niggas
circle are
is
you
doing
in?
it. Niggas is doing it, and niggas.
You talking about 3 niggas.
Who?
Right now, 3 niggas in a world of 7 billion people.
3 niggas.
3 niggas
First of all,
are burgening up these
no,
bitches
nah, it's
with
niggas-
real ones, not the ones that they done bought.
I know about 20 niggas doing that right now.
Okay,
But
but
that still
20
ain't
in a
nothing
sea
on
of
7
7
billion.
That's ju-
Because the rest of them is out here fucking and telling them they want you to have your babies, and then you have the baby, and he can't take care of it.
He can't even get you a fucking food stamp
He
card.
can't
Who
even
fault that
take
is?
you to Chipotle
Who fault that is?
and get the
It's
extra
everybody's
guap.
fault.
All right, then. As long as you say it's everybody's fault, that's
It's
everybody's.
everybody's
It's a
fault
it's a
involved.
collective
We don't
fuck
have
up.
kids.
It's a collective fuck
We
up.
dodging bullets like bloop, bloop, bloop.
We said, watch this.
Oh, I drank it all. It's
Y'all,
fine.
no, y'all, what is it, Julian? What is it, Julian?
Julie.
Y'all ain't dodging bullets. Y'all Julian bullets.
I ain't even had Julie yet, but I will
I
if
took
it
my-
comes to it, bitch.
I had to take my Julie. But no, niggas do be out here niggas. But
I mean,
moving
you know,
on,
it's a balance though.
Speaking of
I'm
niggas,
gonna stand up for my niggas. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all ain't.
but see, that's the thing about y'all.
Are they gonna stand up for you?
I mean, they better.
You hope.
The point that I want to make is y'all be wanting to stand up for each other, but it's like, what's right?
Well, honestly, you know what?
Brother Vito.
Well, no, let me. I listen. In all honesty, though, for real though, I mean,
Yeah.
none of it is right. Like whether it's the guy playing on the heartstrings of the woman, or the woman playing on the bank account and heartstrings of the man. None of this shit is right. So it's like men get with women to say, hey, I fucked the bad bitch. Women get with men to say, hey,
I fucked the rich
I
nigga.
fucked the rich nigga. I fucked a nigga with, a 7-figure bank account. And it's the same thing because
It's
you never.
like, what's my bank
It's
account
the, it's the
looking
same
like?
thing because it's like shit. That nigga he actually might like you, but your whole motive was just to get, to get a little money to start your business.
Well, that's not our ministry here on this show.
Well,
because
no, I'm
at
saying,
the end
but
of the day,
it's
that's
the
never
same.
been. We are hardworking women, and
We
if
are.
we
I
did,
mean, but I will
fuck
take an
7-figure
investment.
niggas, they didn't change our lives.
They
'Cause
didn't.
We
No,
still
I mean,
renting.
yeah. So I mean, it's on the same playing field. I think all this shit is wrong for real, man. But hey, listen, if you gonna play, and just play. Don't be dragging nobody on.
I'm curious to know, who is Grace
Grace.
on the side of your neck?
Ooh. I was like, who is Grace?
Grace and favor, which is what God has granted me.
Why you didn't put in favor
Come
on
on,
there?
brother.
Favor's on
Vito.
this side.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious.
Hey, girl, you said Grace. I'm like,
You got good eyes. 'Cause
hey, look
I
at
know
my
you
phone.
wouldn't go see it.
I don't got my glasses
Grace.
on. My
Look at my phone.
glasses.
Who the hell's
I
Grace?
know,
Just
Grace
text me.
was somebody that turned you out or something. She was stuck on your neck and you was like, I'm going to get to put it right here.
Nah.
Oh, that's
So
too bad.
the next question that I would like to ask you, this is actually a topic, and I want you to really think about this,
Okay.
because a lot of women fall victim to this. The things that men do or say just to get pussy, and I don't want a politically correct answer. We don't do that on CockTales.
Your personal
I
answer.
and Kiki,
My
we
personal
share
answer?
the truth.
Don't speak for the men.
Don't speak for the
'Cause
men.
y'all are not united.
And don't try to worry about if somebody's gonna roast you or be like, that nigga is lying.
No,
Because we know that we've done things to get things from men, but the question is, what are the things that men you say when you know you just want to get some pussy? She's bad. You don't want to wife her up. You don't
Give
see
the
a
game
future.
away.
All I want is some pussy.
I mean, hey,
What do you say? What do you do?
it's a bunch of shit. I'm gonna be honest with you. You got the, hey, listen, we just having fun. We just vibing. We kicking it.
We just
Like,
That's a
having
classic
fun.
one.
you know, that's the classic one. And it's like, then you got the straightforward look. Like, do we want the same thing? So what are we doing? What are we
The
doing?
crazy thing is that when women say, what are we doing? And when men say, what are we doing? It's two different, what are we
it's
doing?
two different what are we doing, right?
It's like, are we
One
fucking?
What
is
are we
for
doing?
progress.
He's like, are we
is
getting
what
married? And he's like, are we
making this a
fucking?
thing? Another thing, let me think. Another thing, this is I have used this in the past.
It's always in
It's
the
okay.
past.
In the past. Nah, trust me. No, look, you ain't gotta worry about that. Look, I'm fucking with you, rocking with you. Like, this ain't gonna be no one-time thing. I'm telling you. Like, this ain't.
That's wild, and it is. Ladies, you heard it right here on CockTales Dirty Discussion.
You know.
That'd be
That was
right
before.
in,
That was
you know.
before I
Matured.
matured.
Brother Vito.
That was before I found God.
Watch this. When a nigga said he found God, watch this. Actually, he found Satan.
Ask him how much he paid in tithes this year. I was really hoping you didn't answer some questions. I want some diamonds. I'm mad.
It's okay. Well, you can still get you some
You're not
diamonds.
getting them diamonds, Kiki.
Oh, yeah, we can
You
still
get
give
some
me
diamonds.
diamonds.
You
Yeah,
can get some diamonds.
he said you can still get you some diamonds. Y'all
Oh
know
yeah,
that's
the
right?
key word is you. Nah, just go
Do
ahead.
most women you have sex with orgasm?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
How do you know it's real?
I mean, I don't know if they lied, but I mean,
But they
you
say
get the
it,
shaking and
so
shit.
you don't know.
You get the shaking and shit, and then that thing just
You
become.
can't fake the shake.
Yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Fake the shake.
You just
Absolutely.
shaking and
Do
it
you
be-
ever fake the shake? Because it's like, I'm just tired. I'm
You
done.
just stop.
Like, I appreciate somebody who wants to fuck me and make sure that I come, but sometimes it's just like, it's not going to happen.
It's
and
more.
I'm okay with it. I still enjoyed the sex. The sex wasn't bad. I'm not going to come.
But you didn't. It was a choice that you didn't come.
Well, it wasn't a choice. It was the circumstance.
You wasn't doing what
You just
needed
wasn't
to be
doing it.
done.
You didn't hit it
Well, yeah.
in that way. You didn't get to the goal. And it's okay. I still enjoyed myself. I'm not upset with you.
We
But
just
now
weren't
I'm
connected in
tired.
that way.
Well,
Well,
pussy is swollen.
I'm not a selfish person. So I mean, hey, listen, if I couldn't get you off that way, let me try to, go down there and
Pull out a toy.
I mean, if that's what needs to be done, then
How do
I
you
mean,
feel about them? You get nervous if a girl pull out a
no, not at all.
Okay.
No, I mean,
I'm
hey.
so glad that you said that because I don't feel
Nah,
like people should be
nah,
scared
nah.
of toys. It's just like
I
if
think-
I
I pull mine out.
Well, the thing is, it's never. I don't think it. If it's the toy comes out in the event that he needs some help, like he got to figure some shit out.
Well, the toy is coming out because somebody
how-
does
how-
need some help.
Yeah,
Well-
but it don't have to
well,
be
no,
a dick toy.
not really.
Like I pull out a toy, it's like a clit
Because if
stimulator.
yes, exactly. So if you got the stick the clit stimulator, and you doing your thing, I mean,
that's
that's
like
just a double pleasure. You gonna get
Amen.
your pleasure regardless whether I pull the toy out or not. But what I'm gonna do for you is I'm gonna bump it up because I fuck with you.
Bump up the vibration.
I'm gonna bump the vibration up. I'm gonna goddamn get the lube. Yeah,
I don't need no lube.
yeah.
You gonna
Do
still
know what
you
I'm saying?
be feeling the vibrations? When
Yeah,
they do?
absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
It feel
yeah,
good,
yeah,
don't it?
Actually, you know what? That's funny you say that because that shit right there be having nigga like,
You gotta calm down. We gotta do that
They
too.
be cussing, they be turning like
Hold on.
into
When I'm
special
masturbating
needs.
by myself, I tell myself, "Go, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Nah,
calm
nah.
Yeah,
down."
throw the shit across the room.
I mean, I think
You did
honestly,
your
personally,
thing.
I think the toys, I think shit like that, like certain shit, actually kind of spices up the situation because this kind of
I
for me it
agree.
gets boring. Like all we do, we get it,
Another thing that
Yeah.
spices up your situation, whether you're married, single, or dating. I recently did this. I went out with a guy at a bar and we acted like we didn't know each other. And it was the sexiest thing that I think I've ever done so far this year. Because
Yeah.
I do sexy shit.
Nigga
but
like
this
me, I'd have
year-
been that bitch, did act like I didn't know you. Nigga try to talk to you.
Well,
Well,
no,
find out I know you.
Well,
Because I'm come over that motherfucker. Hey, man. Hey.
well, no, you can't do that. And I already told him because niggas is gonna come talk. So
Hold on, so what you...
So
hold
what
on.
happened was we walked
Okay, explain
in
this.
separately. He
Okay.
parked. I walked in first. Then like 10 minutes later, he came in.
Mhm.
And I was already doing my thing. As soon as I walked in, niggas was trying to buy me drinks. And I was letting them. We don't know each other. I'm here alone. And then he was like, oh shit, she's really talking to niggas. And so I was like, yeah, I'm in my character. He goes away. I see him talk to a woman and I see it. And I was like,
He
okay.
was like, hold on, no,
But the
game
thing-
over.
the thing
You
is
can't
not-
play, you can't play
right?
that game with me. I
We
go
let
like
it go
this
on
shit. I go
up.
that motherfucker and clean up, huh? 10 minutes. God damn, nigga. All right, you want to play the game?
We let it go on for about 30 minutes.
Okay.
And it was making my pussy throb because I literally was like, I know my niggas here. And these niggas is coming. Y'all really corny at this point because I'm not going home with nobody. I know he's here
like that.
somewhere. I
That's
don't know where
dope.
he's at, but he's here somewhere. I don't care if he's talking to somebody. And then when I decided it was over, I went up, found him. He was talking to a girl. And I was like, I waited. Do your thing. Our rule was don't actually exchange numbers with somebody because I'm going to be pissed.
Okay.
And so I waited for him to stop talking to her. And then I walked up to him and I was just like, hey, like,
That's a dope game, though. I
it was
like that.
very
I
sexy
think
to
that's
know
dope.
that the
Yeah.
whole time niggas was there choosing on me and I know I'm fucking somebody else.
Yeah.
What
Nah,
we
I like
doing?
that. I
It was
like that.
nice. It,
Yeah, it could
you
go,
gotta spice
that
things
could
up.
go left, though.
It could go left, but it's also kind of like a test.
Yeah.
Because
And if it goes left, well, I know who I'm playing with.
yeah, an ain't shit ass nigga.
Wait. It
Not
ain't
gonna
gotta
drop
go,
kick
it ain't
your
gotta
ass
go
in
left
the
on his
street.
part. You might run into a nigga in high school, though, blowing your back. Are you like...
I was
ran
not
into-
in my city.
Mine
We are in our
black-
cities.
I ran into
My back was
Tevin,
not getting
girl.
blown out.
I ran
in
into
high
Tevin.
school.
I'm trying to tell you, he was the linebacker for
I
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you actually get that nigga number, and that's over for the nigga you with now.
I follow the rules. We said no
Oh,
exchanging
okay.
numbers.
So they ain't gonna always just go bad on our end.
Yeah, well.
Okay.
What is the worst cheat you have ever done?
The cheat?
Cheat. You know what cheating means, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes we confuse.
Kiki, will you put a shot in my I don't know why we didn't bring the champagne in here.
Right.
Put a shot of tequila?
Yeah.
So
All right,
do
girl,
I,
I
do
got
you want me
We
to
don't
wait,
have
want me to wait
this-
to answer this?
No, go ahead.
The worst cheat.
While you're thinking about it, do you have TSA pre-check?
I do.
Do you have clear?
I do.
Oh.
This is when somebody first gets something, they love to check everybody else on
I've
it.
been on that.
She is
And
new.
I'm diamond.
Oh,
I am just a
that
couple of
baby
dollars
is-
away. I can't
Diamond.
wait to join because once I'm diamond and the app started sparkling,
yeah,
you can't tell me
It's
shit.
the app sparkles?
It's like welcome to diamond.
That's crazy that it's sparkling like
It's
that.
diamonds.
Fuck Delta.
The fuck?
And the
I'm
sparkle.
really
don't
thinking
sparkle
because I
like
don't
diamonds.
really.
We see you.
Oh, you said I'm over here thinking. I'm thinking like, that wasn't really bad.
That's
That wasn't really
crazy
bad.
to me.
I don't know,
Your
man.
worst cheat.
You clearly don't have an answer because you don't want
I-
to share it.
No,
When did somebody-
honestly.
Who was the most hurt behind your cheat? That was.
I
Oh.
can't believe that's
Oh,
what you
abso-
just poured me.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. The
No.
person being cheated on, was the most hurt. Oh, y'all on the dime?
Okay, so I started pouring it like it was a drink, forgetting that it's supposed to be a shot because there's nothing
Pour
else in
me a
here.
Man,
glass
that little
of
ass
tequila
shot, man.
champagne.
Can we hold our glasses
She
up
talking
for these?
about
I
all.
wanna
She
show
talking about all
y'all.
this.
What she poured me and
No.
included.
Come on.
Look
man.
up, but when she poured it back, don't
Because
clink,
you not
bitch.
drinking
Don't
it.
clink. Because I have to pee. But go ahead.
Yeah. So, worst cheat. I mean, it's different things that can be classified as cheating.
Okay,
is
what
the
do you
worst cheat
classify
you
as
did?
cheat?
Stop trying to be on some nigga shit.
Nah.
Somebody
'Cause we
was
gotta
crying
reclassify
and they was
everything.
sad because you was fucking somebody else.
You
and
did
you
some
lied
shit
about
you
it. They
said
went through
that
your
you weren't
phone.
doing.
Well.
They was on Instagram. You was heart eyeing bitches. What was the cheat? Don't try to make it deep.
No, I think it was from serious. I think
You
for
had
me-
a baby.
Fuck no.
You married somebody.
I'm engaged now.
You had a
actually.
girlfriend.
No, I was speaking about personal business with a side bitch.
Oh, hell.
Yeah.
Because
why you do that?
she was an attorney.
I mean,
She was just a listening
your
ear.
guess is better than mine. It just was exactly. She was a listener.
Wasn't nobody else listening to you. You needed to be heard.
Man, nah. I mean, it's just on some other shit. Like, oh yeah,
That
you
was
know,
your worst cheat?
yes, because it truly. It's like, why you telling this bitch about this, and this? This is supposed to be
All right.
ours. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was,
Why were you telling her that?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know. I don't know.
You know.
Did you feel like you couldn't
She had
talk
some
to your
good
fiance?
insight. She was good with
she was a good
home
listener.
decor.
No, I mean,
She was gonna set it up.
nah. I mean, it just was really, man, just on some dumb shit.
That's a lie.
Listen,
When
I can't
people
have
say
no.
that shit is on dumb shit. They be
No,
lying. 'Cause
I can't have. I don't really have an explanation. I just made a dumbass decision with somebody I knew that I wasn't gonna create no type of anything with.
but there's
You
something
felt like
that
it didn't
trusted.
matter.
That didn't matter.
Yeah, no, but
Sometimes I feel like people do things with people because they really truly think it doesn't matter. It's like you forget that this is a real person and there's going to be consequences to your action. You're treating them like nothing because that's really how you feel about them.
Yeah, I think the thing is when you put a motherfucker on a different totem pole, a high totem pole that's possibly kind of like close to where you put your so-called the one. I think that hurts even more. It's like, damn, you really look at this bitch. You know what I'm saying? At this level,
confided in her?
you really confided in her. Like what? You know what I'm saying? So it's more, and it's the same with a nigga. It's like, damn, you telling this nigga that this, and this. Why you just gonna come to me and say it?
y'all need to be in therapy. That's why.
I mean,
Somebody
nah.
feel like they can't open up.
Well, no,
That's
I mean,
what I've learned.
I think
in
that.
my
Well,
situations
I
like
think
that.
therapy. I think therapy is fucking. I think therapy is absolutely amazing for everybody.
I bet
Great for
you do.
everybody. I
I
think
do
I think
too,
everybody
but
should do
sometimes I
therapy.
do think it's a scam because also I feel like you
Therapy
over
is
here.
a scam, or saying therapy is good is a scam?
Sometimes I feel like therapy is a scam because sometimes I do feel like it can just be like the click of like something like this where it's like you talking to the side bitch about your business plans, nigga. You don't need no therapist for that.
No, I mean
it's a problem with you and me if you can't talk to me about what the fuck you trying to do in life. What did I do to make you feel like you couldn't, and why you need to pay somebody $344?
because sometimes you just need somebody to shut the fuck up and listen.
But you should be able to tell your partner that, baby.
Let me tell you something.
Just listen.
That shit cool until it's time for me until I say, look, what I'm finna say, I don't need you to have no motherfucking rebuttal whatsoever. And I start going at you and saying what I feel and how.
It's not a going at you.
Well,
it's a conversation.
It's a conversation. So if I start, yeah, right.
Call that lady.
Yeah, if it's not a conversation,
$344.
So
Call that lady
so
because
if
you're not
I'm
about to be
kicking
talking
game,
to me
if I'm
like
kicking
this.
game
You
to
should
you,
know how to talk to people.
and you know what I
without
think
going
about,
at them.
you know what I think. We kind of veering off, but you know what I think, man. Like a lot of women don't know how to just take the criticism that your man is giving you and try to change it, right?
That's me. Because I don't. What you talking about?
So if I'm telling you,
because a lot of them women is
we in a
holding up
pretend
the relationship and
so I'm telling you,
everything
well,
else.
I'm like,
so
well,
be
I'm
careful
like,
what the fuck you say to
no,
me.
No, I'm saying, so I'm like, oh babe, damn, I just feel like, maybe you should do this more. You should do that
Do what?
more. I mean, it could be
pick something. Because I'm trying to get into the
concise
character.
description. Because here's what happens, and this is just within any relationship.
Or it could be
this
real.
is when anybody
It's like,
has
hey,
a problem.
okay.
The way you need to present an issue, you don't just go and say, this is where you're fucking up. You need to say,
well, no, this is where well, me personally, I'll never just say, bam, this is what you're doing. I'm gonna say, hey, babe, I feel that, we need to connect more on this level, on a just, what I'm looking for, like spiritual level, right? Say some spiritual level.
We gotta go to church on Sunday?
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
So spiritual level, like I feel like, a lot of things that, you say you want to do, you never do, you procrastinate, but then again, you try to point my flaws out as well. Ooh. Well, I only do that. No,
that is an argument.
No, then she say, then somebody else say, she'll say, well, yeah, I only do that because, and that's what I mean by, is there's always going to be a because.
So you don't want her.
I am tired of agreeing
her
with men.
Point.
Speak your point, but just listen to what I'm saying.
Okay, so
listen to what I'm saying, right? Listen to understand what I'm saying. Don't listen to what I'm saying as an attack. I'm just letting you know what, baby. I don't want you to, feel like, that I'm attacking you, but baby, you need to do this more. You need to do this more.
I will say, I do think that people that are in committed relationships, if you just fucking somebody and he don't like you, that's different.
Yeah.
But people who are in committed, exclusive relationships, I do feel like there are moments where, like, if the other person decided that they're going to speak up about what their issue is about their relationship, it's not your time to now be like, but nigga, you be. It's actually not, because you should have spoke up and pick a different time to speak up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Unless you have some proof that he was cheating. And then if you do,
that's a whole nother
then you can be
conversation.
like, nigga, you was over here fucking on Natasha. You trying to talk about how I'm not cooking. Fuck you. That's different.
And I do think that, like, when somebody is voicing their concerns to you and you choose that moment to come back and say something, even if your points are valid, hear me out.
Invalid at this moment.
The other person is not going to hear you. So it's not even that your point is invalid. It's not going to be heard.
Because you're not listening to them.
Because you're not listening.
People do have to be heard.
And even if you are listening, it's like, okay, you finally built it up, and I want to share my hurt too.
Right.
I get it.
And don't get me wrong, it's not that a thing where, like men, like, oh, bam, it's just a men thing. No, it's women as well, because women come to men and say the same thing, like, hey, well, I feel like, you always this and you always that, and then we come back and say, hey, well, shit, you always did and always this. It's the same on both sides. So I feel like I think if motherfuckers can have better communication without being childish and be adults about it and actually listen, I think we would need to go to fucking therapy.
That's great. Speaking of, I want to talk about
therapy.
Speaking of adults and therapy and everybody being transparent. This is one thing that people don't want to be transparent about, their finances. Are you comfortable talking about your finances with someone that you're seriously dating? And I bring this up because I started reading a book about I think it's by this Indian man, Remy. I can't remember his name, but I just started reading the book. I heard him on a podcast, and I was really moved by what he was saying about people who are in serious relationships and how rarely wants to talk about where you're really at with savings, finances, what you own, people get very uncomfortable talking about that. I am one of those people. I don't like talking about, like, as a content creator, what are you making a year? What could you put forward to owning a property?
Right.
What can you bring to the table financially? Because it's always fluctuating. It's not always great.
Especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Especially when you're an entrepreneur or a content creator. It's just not always there. And it can, even if you are, it's like, sometimes it's like, if somebody makes more, if somebody makes less, it's very uncomfortable to talk about. In your serious relationships, are you okay with, and I'm saying this because you are an artist. It's not always fun dating somebody that's a starving artist. I'm sure at one point you were poor. I'm sure at one point you didn't have these dancing diamonds. You didn't have these shining white teeth.
Absolutely.
You didn't have these waves. It was just
Well,
struggle.
I always had waves.
Maybe
Like,
you
hold
did.
up, let
I always
the
had
record
waves.
He said,
The
watch
hair
this.
was laid.
Watch this.
We ain't gonna do that now. No,
And so when I say that to say, I mean, I want you to be very transparent and honest here, because people don't be, it's not, when we started this podcast, it wasn't making no money. I didn't enjoy telling people I'm a podcaster. We were poor. I was working a job. I was a bartender. I was selling pussy. I was doing a lot. It wasn't fun. It wasn't fun to talk about. It wasn't successful. And so, like, especially when you're not successful, it's hard to, if you're dating somebody that is, if you're dating somebody that has a 401k and has a traditional job and they have a backup plan, it's not fun to talk about finances with somebody like that, because they're good.
Did this just happen?
Yes. I just
Okay,
listened to the
I can feel
podcast
it.
and I bought the book.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man.
So it's like, I
'Cause you just
wonder
went on a rant.
what is your take on that when people have to talk about finances in a real way? Somebody's like, I want to start a life with you.
I think.
Because you're my retirement plan.
Well, for me,
that's what I say.
Well, for me, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's actually extremely hard to disclose what you have and what you actually have and what you have going on to your partner. Because you honestly, man, especially in this industry, you really don't know who's for you, who's with you for you.
True.
Right? It's like, okay, if you know I'm sitting on 20 million. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm gonna be real.
is
nice.
that gonna change?
I'm rubbing
That's
your
how
feet.
you.
Yeah, but you're sitting
It
on
is
20
gonna
million is
change.
the beautiful part. I
Right.
have 76 cents in my bank account.
So, but you're saying like you're saying like when it's not.
I'm talking
good.
about on the downside.
Yes.
The rich side is fun.
So
That's
this
cool.
is the thing. Why? Listen, I trust me. It's been times my shit been up and down. Yes, I will 100% let my lady know. Look, we can't do that shit we did last summer because this where we at. And it's like if my lady's like, what you mean? Ooh, nah, I know who I'm dealing with.
She ain't down for you.
You know what I'm saying? But
Nah,
when you got a lady who can adjust, okay, you know what? I ain't gonna go shopping. I ain't gonna go get no design or nothing. I'm gonna just
So
chill.
you were taking care of her?
Which one?
The second one.
He said,
Because
which
I'm
one?
like, okay, she's
Yeah,
stopping
yeah.
what she's doing.
Well,
because
I wouldn't
what?
say- I
'Cause
would
she's
say-
helping
no.
you, or because you don't have it
No.
to give.
Well, when you with me, you don't pull your card out at all.
Amen.
You ain't paying for shit. So, however, with that, if it comes a point where I'm like, my shit ain't really where it was at first, and I tell you in the comfort of our home and confiding you in your man, like, look, we good money now. We still good, but we can't do what we used to do.
Well, if you're paying bills, all right, I'll listen. But if I'm going to work, I'm sorry
hey,
you can't. But I'm gonna bring you something
Well,
back
listen, this is why
from my
this
trip.
is what I say to this. Cool, baby. Spend your money. But when your shit get low,
Don't come to me.
don't come back. Don't come back.
That's
Tell
why I
myself,
think
well,
it's
babe.
important for people to talk about their
Well,
finances.
babe. Well, you know, I went over. I
Especially when
took a
you're
trip to
dealing with a
Santini.
creator.
I went to Santorini, Greece, and I went over there, and I ended up spending like $12,000, and now I gotta. Get what I'm gonna do?
I was talking about normal shit. That's crazy.
I told your ass not to go over there and take them pictures on top of that white building with that long dress.
And you could do it for cheaper than that.
She had to do it though.
Hey,
I mean,
hey,
you
come
wa-
on, man. We
that's
could
a
have
long
we
flight.
could have stood on top of my White House, got
And-
the long dress.
And you order something from
Got
Fashion
you-
Nova.
Do you
Got
know how to
fan-
edit them pictures like that?
Come on, man. We can send it to the niggas in Greece.
That's
Let
not
them do it. Shit.
That's not
my
bad.
But
God.
no, but yes, I am definitely one of those guys. If my shit is
You're transparent about your
coming
situation.
down, it's like, look, now, goddamn it, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing this. We ain't doing that because of this. I'm not just gonna say
That's
we ain't
better
doing
than
it because
showing
you
up
can't
and getting your car
because you
declined.
can't have no shit. You can't have give a motherfucker no life up here. Then all of a sudden it just do this.
Show
There's got to be a
can't-
reason.
Yeah,
What's the
we
reason?
need.
It's a conversation.
What was
It's
the
a conversation.
reason? We
It's a
need to know. What was the
conversation.
reason?
And a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah, it's a
'Cause what the
conversation.
fuck?
Yeah.
You told me you was taking care of me. I'm your wife, even
Now
though we
I
ain't
gotta
got no
go
paperwork.
apply at Publix, and I'm just confused. It's like No
You think
shade.
this when you
Nah,
want to
nah.
be in
I
public?
See,
didn't
but the
think
thing
I was
is-
gonna be
Look like
here.
I'm working-
Now I'm Uber driving.
The thing is, a
what
nigga
was
ain't.
I'm Uber driving, paying for your studio.
A real-
service.
Uber
driving
And
an
it ain't
S-Class.
right.
What
It
the
ain't
fuck this look
right.
like?
And it just
No,
ain't right.
no, no.
This is
Cause
a
I-
fantasy world because I do not.
I
have
didn't
an
want to
S-Class.
do this. I'm Uber and lifting.
If
And
your
I said,
man-
and you said that I
And
could
eat
get.
people's Uber Eats food.
You said I could go to
They look
Lennox
hungry.
and Fitz and I could get what I wanted, and now we working together. I don't want to work with you. I want to live my life.
let-
What's your fucking lift
I'm
account?
gonna end it on
you!
this. I'm gonna end it on
What?
this. Listen, if your motherfucking man allow y'all to get down to the point to where y'all both got to go Uber and work at Publix, y'all need to leave each other.
We're not.
Cause both of y'all irresponsible as a motherfucker.
Shit
We
does
need to
happen,
pray.
and we do love.
We gotta go to
Y'all
church
need
on
to do
Sunday
something. Y'all
to
need
the
to-
altar call.
You know what I'm saying?
If
Y'all
you
gotta
are
figure it
listening
out.
to
Y'all
this
need to go
episode and you
talk
are
to TD
currently
Jakes or
driving
somebody,
Lyft
cause
or
y'all
we
tripping.
want you to know that we do appreciate you and your download.
There's nothing wrong with working
On that,
together,
we're
but
gonna
don't let a
move
nigga
on.
tell-
And when we come back, we have some advice letters that Vito, our good brother Vito, who is a man of God and cheating, is gonna help us with this advice.
Yes.
When was the last time you treated your partner to an unforgettable night?
Well.
Like a Kitten creates erotic gift boxes that makes it easy to spice up your sex life. And I just so happened to have just got one on a weekend that my bae was here. I was like, let me stop and check the mail real quick. And it was my Like a Kitten box.
Okay.
Girl. I opened the box.
Okay.
I got the colorful climax box, and he was like, "What is
That
this? Why
sounds
is there a little kitty
interesting.
on it?" I was like, "Oh, let me show you."
Mhm.
So, it came with a couple cool little things.
Okay.
This is not the packaging,
Right, because I got a box and it did not
It
look like
didn't.
that.
I brought a glove because
glove?
I was gonna pull out the toy that I used, and when I used it, I instantly it was just ooh. Do you see that?
Medina!
I won't even show you guys. I will
At least
not.
I know it works.
Y'all, one of the toys that came in my colorful climax box was the rose with the tongue. And I'm telling you, me and my partner did like this little like connecting, we were sitting on the ground, his legs were open, and I was like in between him, and we put the toy down there. Instantly, it's talk about spicing up your sex life. It was hot sauce. It was hot sauce
With
and
a dab of ranch is what it looks
with
like.
with a dab of ranch, and I was like, "Oh, I need another Like a Kitten box."
Yeah. Well, the holidays are coming up. And Like a Kitten offers 24 creatively themed boxes for any occasion that will encourage you to play in ways that you never imagined before. I got a Like a Kitten box too. It's back to the basics, so I didn't do all of that. And I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet, but I plan to use it tonight. Today was a day. As most days are, and I can't wait to unwind with my Back to the Basics box. It had toy cleaner on there. Let me know if you need some. And it had some clitoral stimulants in there and a variety pack of different toys that target different zones. There was like a little 2-prong thing. There was a clitoral stimulator. There was something for my butt, and I forget the other one. I think it was like curved for my G-spot. Like I said, I haven't used it, but I am so anxious, and I think that this would be a great gift because it's way better than like socks.
And they have a variety of boxes.
They have the booty box, which maybe that'll be your
I would love the
Christmas
booty
gift.
box. Sign me up for the booty box.
It has everything you need for anal, whether you're a booty beginner or a pro. There's a jeweled anal plug training kit and also some lube because you shouldn't skip the lube, especially if you're a beginner. They also have the Daring Date Night box, which would be good if you were like in a new situation, or the Flirty Festival box where you still outside. You don't care if it's wintertime. It doesn't matter. You'll save it for the spring, music festival, Christmas festival, whatever. So many different boxes that have so many different things, and they also have some standalone items that are pretty cool too.
I love that. This is such a great little special box that you could give to anybody, a boyfriend or a friend that just has boring sex. Right now, Like a Kitten is offering our listeners 15% off when you go to
likeakitten.com/cocktails and enter the promo code CockTales. Just go to likeakitten.com/cocktails and use promo code CockTales to get 15% off these awesome gift boxes. Again, that's likeakitten.com/CockTales, promo code COCKTALES. The link is in the episode's description.
So our first advice letter is titled Indecisive Hot Mess. She says, I'm assuming it's a she. Hey, ladies. Recently, my husband and I got married a little over a year ago, and things have been rocky. And I can't stop thinking about how much I miss being in the streets. Oh, I know the feeling. Simply because I feel like I'm being smothered by him and his family, along with being a new mom. I know you're asking why, so here's a little backstory. My husband and I met in Greece and have been inseparable since the first time we had sex. I mean, we had sex whenever and wherever, on the balcony, on the beach, a hot quickie in the bar lounge. I mean, it was on site with the D. We ended up dating for a little over a year before being married. And let me just say, that's a long time for a woman like me, because I only been in situationships before meeting him. So I guess you can say I never had the experience of a real relationship. Fast forward to us leaving Greece a year later, we decided to take things to the next level and plan for a baby. Although I was content with just being a baby mama. Who said that? She said she was content with just being a baby mama because I know how much I like my space. He wanted to get married, so we both decided to jump into getting married. Things were good until it was time to meet his family. We got married during the peak of COVID, so we couldn't have a real wedding and got married through the courthouse.
Oh, hell no.
With that being said, I never had the time to get to know his family. I know he's a family man and he loves his family, but I come from a distant family. Everyone kind of does their own thing and we just meet up on major holidays. Anyways, since I've been pregnant, his family feels they have to give their opinion on everything we do. From naming our daughter to how we conduct our household. For example.
Oh, hell no.
No,
What
sir.
did I walk back into?
No,
I
sir,
peed and came back and there's some bullshit
No,
going on.
Sirski, marry your family.
His mom called and asked if it was okay for his cousin and her daughter to stay with us for a weekend because she wanted to come out here and visit her sister. His family is from Pittsburgh. This is crazy because my
these your
hat
family
says
members?
Pittsburgh.
Is this your family?
No, I don't know.
These are people.
His family is from Pittsburgh and we stay in Arizona. He did the right thing by telling his mom he wanted to take it up with me first, but it was literally a no at this point. Because soon as I said I felt uncomfortable for the simple fact that I don't know her, all hell broke loose. Now, whenever me and my family visit each other, we get a hotel. I'm from Chicago. Plus, if you don't got the money for a hotel, why the hell are you traveling? Sis, this shit right here makes me not want to give my body up to a man anymore. He thinks angry sex will solve everything, and that shit turns me off even more. I literally have to force myself to have sex with him because I don't want him to think I don't love him, but I can't get through to him. That his family has too much control over him. Mind you, we only met good 4 people. I only met a good 4 people from his family, and same goes for him and my family because we both are in the Army. Am I being too harsh? Do y'all think I should reach out to his family and tell them what I expect of them? Or do I just let them do their thing as a family and walk away? I'm honestly leaning towards walking away, but y'all let me know what y'all would do. Sincerely, your little Army sis.
Does she have the baby already?
They have a baby.
You talk about it because this sounds like
got a
some
baby.
shit.
Yeah.
So
I
you've
don't
had to
have
deal
no
with that whole,
experience.
like the other side of the family and the
Yeah.
other side of the family.
But, like, honestly, man, that's been great. I mean, we don't have that problem with the other side of the family.
My family has that problem.
But
Mine too.
I think it's simple for me, right? You get into this committed relationship with a person, you marry him. You ultimately bringing God to the forefront of you guys' lives and relationships,
Hopefully.
right? I think that anytime it becomes a problem for either side to put their family in check when it comes to their husband or wife, if it's a problem for you to do that for your wife or your husband, I automatically feel like that's a red flag. Absolutely. At the end of the day, just that we know you love your family, but they do not have any say so or jurisdiction over
Your household.
household. Okay, and if I would try to fix it, I would try to work it out and say, hey, look, what I can do is reach out to your family. But me personally, reading that and hearing that, even if she reached out to their family and tried to get an understanding and let them know like they can move like that, it wouldn't change anything.
It's
And
not.
the reason why it wouldn't change anything is because he isn't enforcing it.
Right.
He ain't
The
enforcing
family
it.
member isn't enforcing it.
If-
the person in your family has to be on the same
Which you got to be on the same page.
as
Absolutely.
somebody, whoever's page he's on, that's who he's going with.
That's who he's
And
going with.
no matter what he tells everybody or she tells everybody, it's like, you can tell us a million times, hey, my husband really feels strongly about this. It probably is a lot. They don't want to hang out with you for the holiday.
You have to be willing. I'm sorry, baby, to cut you off. I'm sorry. You have to be really willing to say, hey, mom, dad, auntie, grandma, if y'all don't fall back and chill, like, y'all ain't seeing us. Y'all not gonna see us. And that's very, very hurtful, especially for a man to say that to his mother or his grandmother. But if you truly value your marriage and you truly value the bond that you guys have created, that shouldn't be a problem. It just shouldn't
Whether
be.
you want to be there or not be there.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you want to marry your mom, go ahead.
oh,
You want but that's not what we
well,
doing
no,
in my
you
household.
can't go ahead.
But
Hey,
we can't
shit.
do that. We are not the house of
Shit,
Targaryen.
this is America. Anything is possible.
This is not the House Lannister. None of that
We're
shit.
not
We're
doing
not
that.
doing
This
that.
is not King's Landing.
But you do need to
nigga.
speak up.
But
And
I
if your
will
spouse
say,
won't speak up, that's a problem.
Two sis, if you do keep trying to challenge this, I'm with you. Because like, here's, even in like our adult years, there are certain family members where you're like, dang, why don't I know you? Why don't I know you? And when you dig
Absolutely.
into it, it's like there's some sort of situation like this where people weren't connected and you wish it's like you got a family member somewhere that's like Oprah. Or you have a family member somewhere that's like fucking I have family members like that and I'm like, why
wish you knew
didn't
them
we know
better?
each other? And there's some sort of disconnect like this where
Yeah.
it's like, so I get where if she wants to keep trying to make it work, even if it seems toxic and like it's not gonna work, I get it because I'm gonna do that for my kids. There are certain people in your family where you want the kids to know them. And so that the other part of the family might be that family member that's like trying to make that happen. Family and babies and marriage, it makes shit weird. And I'm learning that I don't have kids, I'm not married, but my siblings are. And I see it. I see the whole like my brother branching away, trying to make his own family with his girl. And we're mad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we're mad. We'd be like, bro. But when I look at it, it's also like, okay, my mom and my dad are still married. And my dad has always spent the holidays with my mom's family. It's always the mom's way. It's typically always the mom's tradition, the mom's way. When you look at your own family household, that's really, the woman makes the decision. Niggas be trying to act like they do. They don't.
Well, no, I mean,
The women are the,
Not for the holidays.
the women are the backbone of each and every household in most traditional ways. Your dad is not going to his family. He's going with your mama. And so think about it in this way. If your dad was like, I'm not coming with y'all this weekend, that's not going down. Your daddy coming with you. And so I feel like everybody has to break it down and look at it in your own personal way, but try to be as fair as you can be. But if this is your household and these are things that you stand for, then stand your ground.
Yeah.
And
Don't stand for it. Stop pussyfooting around
Yeah,
about
man.
it and letting your family think that it's your wife or your husband, whoever is the outside person, making it seem like it's them that's keeping you guys away when really you don't want to come to the bullshit
I don't
this year.
think-
You don't like green bean casserole. And Auntie Shirley is always making that. And it's like, God damn, I want some collard greens.
But also
not
think about your
chitterlings.
kids. If you're
Yeah,
trying
that-
to pick the less fortunate version of the holidays for your kids,
No,
and ain't no
we swap-
memories gonna be made,
swap
why
it
the
up.
fuck can't you come over to grandma's house?
Yes. So what we do,
Because they not about to have fun over there.
Medina.
we swap it up. We swap it up. It ain't gonna be no every year we doing this. If y'all we doing Christmas with your people,
Who's having more fun?
we doing Thanksgiving with my people. If we doing
So
Who
that's
is
Christmas with my
having
people, and that's
more
just where
I
it
will
is.
say this as a
If y'all ain't making no memories, my kids ain't going.
Take her cup.
Plain and simple. Fuck y'all. Hey,
I like
your
it. I
mama,
like your
nigga.
energy.
so loud.
Fuck you and your mama, nigga.
Hey,
Who is having the more memories? Because ain't nobody about to play with y'all. Y'all talk about we not
Who
coming to
is this person in this voice? This is not how she sounds.
Her name is Rolanda.
I love it.
Okay, well, Rolanda,
Now,
hold on.
Rolanda ain't playing with you niggas.
So what were you saying?
I get it. I will say this. My sister, she cares about traditions with the family. And she be sick of my mama's side of family shit. And the same for her husbands, but they make a compromise. And so they will alternate holidays. I talked about that
Absolutely.
a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely.
And we were talking and having an honest conversation about it, and she was like, yeah, I think it works best because even though there's certain things that I don't like that our family does, he probably feels the same way, but it's important to me that our family is a part of both sides. And it's not separate.
Absolutely.
And it's like, it's
They're
harder.
on one accord, though.
They are, and that's important. And so they talked about it. And she's like, sometimes it's like, okay, this is our normal plan, but can we make a change this year?
Yeah.
And they talk about it.
I personally think it should never be, one-sided where, hey, whatever my wife say we doing, that's what we doing for the holidays. Nah.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, nah. I don't think that's healthy at all.
Especially when people live in a lot of different places.
Yeah.
Like, his
You know what I'm saying?
family is local to them.
You don't
so
think my
it's-
family want to see me and see the kids and see you? Come on, man. I mean, if you can't basically sit back and say, you know what, let me stop being selfish and let me stop being self-centered and say, hey, I'm going to put myself in an uncomfortable situation so that he can be happy for Christmas or whatever, because you never know. Me going to see your motherfucking people might be a fucking nightmare. But
It might, but you gonna get some laughs.
Hold on, but
And you gonna get gifts in my house.
Hold on, but I'ma still push through it, right? And I feel
Yeah.
like if somebody
If you
like
push through.
if I gotta push through it, you gotta push through it.
That's how I feel. I feel like it should be a partnership.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna push through. I'm over here talking
Absolutely.
to your mama and making this dry ass cornbread.
Hey, come on now.
Why is your
Well, luckily
cornbread
both
dry?
sides of the
'Cause we
family
didn't
can
use
cook their
Klassy
ass off.
Baste.
What both sides of the family cook their ass off. We ain't doing no dry cornbread, no dry turkey, none
So
of that.
let me ask you this before we move on. What do you do for the holidays? How does that work with you and your own family?
Oh man, we link up. We have first of all the food.
You go with your family.
So yeah, we might like this year. We probably gonna do.
Are y'all both from the same place?
No, I'm from Michigan. She's from New York.
Okay.
What part of Michigan?
I'm from Benton Harbor.
Is that close to Detroit?
It is. It's
We're going to Detroit next year.
I
We
just
got
did
a
a
show
show.
out there in
We're going to
Pontiac.
Pontiac.
You go to Pontiac. Yeah.
That's outside of Detroit.
Yeah, that's
right?
outside
That's
of
not
Detroit.
Detroit.
It's not Detroit.
I said outside.
You said Detroit.
said
I said it's outside of Detroit.
You said we're going to Detroit.
All right, semantics.
That's not
Go
Detroit.
She
ahead.
said it. We're
not
going to
Detroit.
Pontiac, Michigan.
No, but yeah. What we do, man, is we alternate, right? But like this year, we're gonna do it here. Like everybody come over,
That's more convenient.
fly people down. People. My dad lives here. But
the checks
what we
is
normally
clearing.
do,
We flying people down.
yeah, I mean,
Where y'all at?
we blessed.
Say,
We
stop
blessed.
Highly
complaining.
favored.
We blessed.
Amen.
But what we usually do is family, go see her family for Christmas, my family for Thanksgiving, then we alternate the next year.
I love that y'all are fair. What makes it hard
Oh,
with my
yeah.
family is my mom does every holiday so well that I feel like
Nah, I want that ratchet shit. I want to show up. Ain't none of the food done. I want to sit around with all my people and get drunk until the food get done. By the time the food get done, everybody drunk as shit.
Is it like all the women cook and the men just be sitting around?
Nah, but see, with my people, you know what I'm saying? Like we got there, and we everybody cooking. You got uncle and
people
pops out here on
outside?
the grill. You got
Ooh, what
moms
y'all
in
be
the.
having?
Man, come on, baby. We got the pork rib, beef rib, turkey leg, turkey burger, everything. You might have brunch in that motherfucker.
For Thanksgiving or
Yeah,
Christmas?
you might have everything. But my fiance, her mom's, she cooked every type of meat known to man. I mean, you just got.
Do you wear these dancing diamonds around the family?
Yeah, fucking right.
Okay.
Yeah, you gonna see this? Look here, you can get hit too.
Wouldn't you?
I think I would ask him to take them off. I'm not gonna lie.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
I would.
You think so?
I know I would.
So you're asking me? You asking me to take off the blessing that God has
Yeah,
gave me?
I'm asking you to take off the blessings
Okay.
because
I'd be
Jesus
like, where's
wasn't walking
mine?
around
'Cause I
with
want 'em.
dancing diamonds.
Kiki
Well, no,
and Vito.
but
No,
But
I'm
you-
asking,
in.
babe. I'm gonna be like,
No,
baby, can
no,
you please take
no,
these off? I don't
no.
want you wearing these around my family.
No,
And
why?
that's
But
why
why?
we
about to
have
start
separate
asking for
holidays.
money.
But see,
It's a lot. They gonna be like, is he
No.
getting the groceries? And he's not.
But
so,
you know
yes.
what
are
though?
are you providing the grocery money?
Actually, you know what I do?
Okay, well,
I go up there, I buy the food, this and the third. Even with
I mean,
my
because
people.
diamonds like this, you better.
Well,
Because you're not just sitting down and eating, nigga.
but guess
what
what,
is
though?
you buying? Chanel shoes too.
Hey, well, guess what, though?
You're not just coming and eating. You need to
But-
buy
But
something.
But you know what though?
Take the diamonds off.
This is how we keep the balance too, right? Because
There ain't no balance when you got this.
it don't matter.
Hold
I worked
on.
hard for it. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
there are some times where I'm like, look, let's let this be known. I'm not. What?
If you go to some
Hey,
country ass
finish.
family's
Hey,
house
I
in
promise you,
Arkansas,
I'm pulling-
no one is ever
I'm
having a
pulling
dream
up.
of even having diamonds like this. There's no way you get the groceries.
You ain't dreaming
not
big
true.
enough. You need to dream big, bitch.
Okay, well, I'm just saying, sometimes when you get to people's families,
No, listen.
That's not what they
You don't,
doing.
because if that's the case, I don't even want to be around you. If that's
that
how
sounds
you go,
very cute. I get when you're talking about the actual person you're dealing with.
No, but
when you start to
expect,
extend it to the families,
that's the problem. Don't expect me to do something because I got jury on.
I'm not saying that I expect that. I don't expect that. I would never come
They
around you and be like,
shouldn't
you
either,
got the bill. If you go
Nobody
to somebody's country ass family's house, and that's not what they're used to.
First of
they
all,
definitely
it's
are
not
expecting that.
proper. It's not
always
proper
true.
decency if I pull up to your crib and you ain't got the food. I'm coming here for Thanksgiving and Christmas. You ain't got the food prepared and ready.
I think it does sound very good, and it sounds like that's how it should be. But for everybody to act like with your
look,
country ass families,
Well,
that's how it would be.
I
That's
done
not what it's
pulled
like.
up several times. Like, look, I ain't buying no food this year.
I get it,
I have
but
a
can
country
you
ass
just, if
family
you was
and-
gonna do that with my family, can you take it off?
No, ma'am.
Okay,
I'll take one of them off.
take one. Just maybe take the hand part off.
The hand part? What the?
Yeah,
What did I do to get here?
Okay, how can you be a part of the winning team?
I don't care.
Hello?
I don't care. What
Come
are
on,
you
baby.
paying
Yeah,
for?
you don't,
Talk
but
to me. You gonna leave me hanging?
yeah. No, I'm not gonna leave you hanging.
He wants you to
That's
shake
what
his
I-
hand.
Oh, I'm sorry. You know I got these gloves.
She was gonna leave you hanging.
You got the wrong hand. I have a
Well,
cup.
you know, it's all good. We could have did
sorry.
that though. We
Okay.
coulda did that.
Well, we're out
I
of
got you.
time, so this is cute.
This was fun. I love
Thank
this.
you. We don't have time for that was an advice. We have time for one cocktail, and I guess if you don't have one to share, you can read one. Do you have one to share?
If I want fuck, I'm gon' fuck 'em. But if he ain't got a buck, I won't cuff 'em. Spend 100 on me, it ain't nothing. Run a double D, so stuffin'. Back to the point, is it some cash in this place? If it is, I probably see the stats in your face, turn around. Once upon a time, not long ago, I was a hoe, was a hoe.
I mean, something crazy happened a minute ago.
Okay.
I can't pour him the
Having
champagne.
having a situation, ba ba ba, woo woo woo, and this
That's
is
the beat. Ba ba ba.
woo woo woo, bop. Sometimes
and
it's
I
bop
love
bop,
you,
bop bop bop.
bitch.
You know what I'm saying? But no, it was crazy because we going through the motions and whatnot. It's the first time it ever happened. Shorty said, "Spit in my mouth."
Ooh,
Was it?
that's the title of the song. It was me. I fucked Vito before y'all. I'm so sorry.
I
No,
knew
but
it.
that was
That's what all the bickering was
No,
about.
that was
is.
no, that was. But you got to think about it.
That's
though,
my
like,
baby for real.
A motherfucker.
And one of them diamonds I pay for.
Just one of them though. You know,
Just
it's like
one of them.
probably like
I ain't raised
40,000
like that.
diamonds over here right now. Okay, I'll take that one.
Okay, but go ahead.
But no, that was a
Sorry.
crazy, situation. It's like it takes you by storm. It's like, wait a minute, you want me to do what in the midst of everything that's going on?
What she want you to
What
do?
she want you to do?
I'm like,
It's like a fart on her booty hole.
I mean, that probably already happened. But this spit in my mouth shit was
Oh,
crazy.
you nasty, nasty.
The spit in my mouth shit was crazy. That was
Spitting in your
crazy.
mouth is crazy.
So what I did was I paused.
Shake that ear out because it was getting congested.
was y'all on a plane?
Maybe
I'm
that's
just
what you
playing.
should have done
No, I'm
when you
playing.
thought you was gonna choke.
But no, that was one of the
I
craziest.
didn't do
out.
that.
That
I
was
just
one
was
of the
ready to
craziest
die.
things, though. To spit in my mouth, that's wild. That's some wild shit. I'm like, I've watched porn where motherfuckers spit in motherfuckers' mouth and shit like that, but I'm
Have
like,
you ever asked somebody to do that to you?
fucking no. Come on, baby.
Why would
No.
you not do that?
Men be doing that. I'm not trying to try you, but they do.
No. You said ask somebody to spit in my mouth.
Yes, that's what I said. That's what I meant.
Most of the time when I spit
don't
in
like
a nigga's
it,
mouth,
but-
they asked me to do it. I didn't just
That's
do
not like
it.
a just,
They
I'm
were
gonna
like,
honk a loogie
No.
like we're in middle
No.
school and I don't fuck with you, but I'm like,
No.
they were like spit in my mouth and I spat.
No. That's not happening. That's nasty.
I know that's right.
It's nasty.
It is.
Yeah,
Well, we thought that you too were nasty, but clearly you're not.
I did spit in the mouth.
He's baby nasty. It's like every week we get a little bit more nasty,
still
but
growing.
we're still very
still-
low
I'm
on
still
the nasty
growing.
scale. We haven't even gotten to N.
I'm still growing.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Me too.
And
What you laughing for?
Nah, she
We
said-
just met yesterday.
Man,
you don't
listen.
even know the truth.
his cocktail wasn't even good, but it's okay.
I mean, I just told you that was one of the craziest
I didn't
things.
like
It was his experience.
That was my experience. I don't know what you done, baby.
It didn't
but I
have a
ain't-
beginning, middle, or ending.
Well, I can't do all that.
That lady spit in his mouth and it still has him shook.
No.
It just was.
I mean, I can't. And we ain't
Do
got
you
enough
wanna
time for me to
outdo
give you
him?
from beginning to end, though.
I don't have one because I shared it with Carlos last week. Or when the nigga I was sucking his dick from the edge of the bed, he was trying to spit on his dick. It got on my nose. I don't have another one since then. But
I mean, that's light work, though.
it wasn't like
That's
you're
That
talking about
sounds like
light
death.
work?
That's light
That's
work.
not light
wasn't
at all.
talking about
mean,
nothing.
yeah, but
you don't even know how to spit
you
in
gave-
somebody's
you gave
Sir,
some- you gave some head on the
watch
side of
this.
the bed.
Do-do-do,
Get a nigga head while you
do-do-do.
skydiving. I mean,
Yeah,
that
okay.
shit, that's
Skydiving?
impressive. That's
Make a
fucking
bitch-
impressive.
I think that would be like nearly impossible. You will die for real. If somebody is sucking your dick while you're skydiving,
You might not die, but also
I didn't take a physics
your
class, but something is
cocktail
wrong with
was
that.
not that extreme.
I
It
mean,
was. You're acting like you
but
just gave us something that was
no,
like.
it wasn't. I'm saying that was extreme for me because I had never been asked that before.
Yeah,
I want
that
you to
was
come
his
back
first
later
time.
and do something more.
No, I'll be married then.
And you married people can have good sex.
We ain't talking about what we do though.
I feel you on that because sometimes you
I
gotta
don't.
keep things.
Yeah, you know.
Sometimes you gotta keep things close to the chest.
Yeah, you gotta hold
Now,
on. You gotta hold on to
Vito,
that.
we're gonna wrap things up now because we're
Okay.
almost out of time. We appreciate you so much for coming.
Thank you, baby. Appreciate you.
Tell everybody where they can find you,
Okay.
whatever you have going on, plug all your stuff, and say it in detail so I can put it in the description box.
Absolutely.
With links.
Well, my name is Vito, Vedo. All my social media is Vito the Singer. That's VEDOTHESINGER. That's Twitter. That's YouTube. That's Instagram. That's Snapchat, Facebook, all that good stuff. I got a new EP out right now called While You Wait, featuring with me and OG Parker. That's going crazy. I'm dropping a new single in November.
November what?
We don't have the date yet, but it's coming in
Okay.
November, but stay tuned.
It might be out now. If
album
it is, I'll
dropping,
put the link in.
Album is dropping December 2nd. So that's going to go crazy. It's a brand new album. I really, really feel good about this album, especially given the state of R&B.
That's exciting. I'm an R&B
and all the
girl.
shit that's going on.
People keep saying R&B is lost, and I'm like, is it?
Well, I mean,
It ain't.
no,
they
it's
just
not.
need a little minute to get it together and find out the words.
Well, I mean, you just have to, you got to like dig and listen, you know? I mean, I think it's just not enough digging going on to find actual R&B. But other than that, yeah, man, that's that going on. We getting ready to put a tour together, you know, here soon, album dropping. And yeah.
If you can use us in any part of your tour, please do.
Absolutely.
Because we bring out the bad bitches.
While you playing though, like, you know, we may be able to do something
we can
like that.
dance.
Do like an intermission.
We
like,
can dance.
Like
We
an
have a tour
intermission.
going on,
Kiki and I have a tour going on, and
We'll have to
during
share
our
the dates
tour,
with you.
we do a whole dance routine. So if you need some dancers that
Okay.
are in their 30s,
Well, I got to see what y'all. I got to
Who's
see how
in
y'all
their
got.
30s?
my manager said.
Just cut it out.
fuck him. Because first of
We're
all,
going off into the embarrassing stage that we will regret later. But thank you so much for coming.
Thank you,
We're
baby.
going to look out for it.
appreciate you.
Make sure you guys are following us and
Yes,
make
sir.
sure you buy the tickets to the shows. We are so excited to go to all these different cities that we haven't ever been to before or just haven't been for a show. We're really excited about it. Follow us on Instagram at CockTales Podcast. I'm at Kiki Says So.
I'm at Coffee Bean Dean.
And until next week, you guys, goodbye.
I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. 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 Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Wait on the track. Wait on the track. I'm sorry, but the person you called has a voice mailbox that has not been set up yet. Goodbye. Bye. 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 Population. Goodbye. Bye. Bye. Wait on the track. Bye. Bye. Bye.